Beloved members, friends, children, and youth of First Unitarian Church, and guests we may have with us this morning, I am imagining seeing all of your familiar faces, meeting those of you who are new, shaking your hands, hearing your stories. In my heart, we are together and you are with us here this morning. I love you all, and I am keeping you in my heart and in my prayers. These are such hard times we are going through. You are facing illness and praying for recovery, or you've lost your job, or you're worried you'll be laid off. Young people, you miss the challenge and routine of school and of seeing your friends. Parents, you are struggling to balance your work and care for your children. Some of you live alone and are missing all those small moments of human connection which make up our days. Money is tight, the future uncertain, fear is everywhere. We are lonely and frightened, and we don't know what will come next. In times like these, we need our spiritual lives more than ever. And you may find yourself asking, what exactly is a spiritual life? Well, last year, I explored answers to that question with a small group of people here at First Unitarian Church. I learned a great deal about the spiritual life from the wisdom and kindness of that group. We explored the writings of Henry Nouwen, a teacher of spiritual direction and pastoral care, and a Catholic priest. In the 1980s, Henry had reached the pinnacle of his career as a pastor and a professor. He had taught at Yale Divinity School, and he had a position as a professor at Harvard Divinity School. He traveled the world. He met with all the religious leaders who came through those august halls. But Henry's spirit was not at peace. Henry was not living the spiritual life to which he felt God had called him. So Henry left Harvard, and he left Yale, and he left the prestige of his teaching to become the senior pastor of a community called L'Arche, a collection of homes where people with and without disabilities live together in intentional community. Now, Henry was the senior pastor, a title that sounds like it has some prestige, but in this community, everybody did the same work. And so, just like all the other residents, Henry had responsibilities in relationship with a disabled person, and his partner was Adam. Henry's work included waking Adam, helping him dress, helping him eat, and most importantly, being with him. At first, Henry was scared of this relationship. For all of his experience and all of his expertise, he didn't know how he was supposed to do it. How would he do this work? How could he be in relationship with Adam, who could not speak? Where was the Spirit in this work? But as time went on, Henry learned that his relationship with Adam was deeply spiritual. He learned from Adam, in a way he had known before but not truly felt, that we are all beloved children of God, known and loved just for who we are. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. This is how the psalmist knows God. This is how Henry encountered God in Adam. We heard Leo Tolstoy's answers to 3 important questions in life from Juliet's story. Henry learned 3 important spiritual truths from his relationship with Adam. Here are the spiritual truths he learned. Being is more important than doing. The heart is more important than the mind. Doing things together is more important than doing things alone. We can take these truths to heart now, during our hard time, to nurture our spiritual lives. Being is more important than doing. We have nothing but being right now. Work and school take up so much of our doing in our normal lives. If you're out of work or out of school or struggling to work from home, you may feel that your doing is not worth very much right now. Your sacredness does not rely on your doing. Your holiness comes from your being. God has known you for your whole life, from when you were a helpless infant to when you will be elderly and infirm. Your being, not your doing, is sacred. The second lesson is the heart is more important than the mind. How we love each other is more important than what we know. We do not know now all we wish we knew. We are hungry for information and we can't always find it. We have to trust political leaders who may not know any more than we do. But right now we have to set aside all that we do not know. We make the best judgments we can with what we do understand. And we remember that the heart is more important than the mind. How we love each other matters more than what we know. Show your love to one another. Hold tight those you live with. Call those who are distant. Smile at the strangers you pass on your walk. Your heart is strong in these difficult times. The third truth is the hardest one. Doing things together is more important than doing things alone. Tolstoy said the most important people are the ones you're with. They are the ones you can be together with. And our hearts ache because there is so little we can do together right now. But even as we keep our distance from one another, there are ways we can be together. Call your neighbors. Ask them how they are doing. Be alert to the instructions of your city or town about how you can help. Offer to get groceries or medicine for an elderly or sick neighbor. Let meanness and bitterness go out from your soul and let love for your fellow human beings in. Even in our separateness, we are together. We are slowing the spread of this virus together, each in our separate spaces. Even in this time of distance, doing things together is more important than doing things alone. I know that you are going to persevere in kindness and holiness through this crisis. That's something we're doing together. You have been practicing your spiritual lives as people of faith, and in this time, your practice will deepen. Connect yourself to your deepest values. Remember your love for one another. Remember your being. Remember your heart. Remember that we are together. I love you. I'm holding all of you in my heart. Amen. Go forth into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast that which is good. Render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Honor everyone. Love and serve the holy, rejoicing in the power of the Spirit forever. Amen.